Okay, so welcome to another recording of World of Tanks. This one, the theme of it is, I guess, why you should move when you're a self-propelled gun. A lot of players, when they play their self-propelled guns, don't move very often. They seem to be super glued to the spot, and they're not terribly aware of what's going on around them because of tunnel vision. It's always good to know what's going on around. It's always good to keep an eye on the mini-map, and I find a lot of players don't do that. Alright, let's put this into double time, so it's a little bit faster, and we'll get rocking and rolling with this one. Now this will be a bit different because obviously most of the other commentaries have been with normal tanks. This one's going to be the overhead view of a self-propelled gun, which should be different. Now I did particularly well in this battle, I seem to remember. But I didn't play this game the way you would normally play a self-propelled gun because it involved quite a lot of movement. And look, that's how I play a self-propelled gun. I mean, whenever you start off with a self-propelled gun, the biggest danger is going to be something very quick coming through and hitting you. And so you've always got to keep an eye out for that. And it looks like, there's a little bit of threat there from some of the faster tanks on the other side. I also sometimes look at taking pot shots at tanks in places where I think they may be, even though I can't see them. It depends on whether or not you want to risk giving away your position, because you've got to remember the enemy will be trying to counter artillery you. If they see where your tracer came from, they can have a good guess at where you are and take you out. There's my first kill, which is good. That's weakened their flank coming in from the left of the city there, and our tanks are starting to get into position. Now they're capping the 3 tanks in the middle there already, which is, I never think it's a good idea in an encounter battle to do that. It lets the enemy know where you are, and it takes so long that by the time you've capped, the enemy has had plenty of time to come and deal with you. To win these encounter battles, you've really got to win the battle by out-killing the enemy. Kill them all before they can kill all of you. It would be like 10% of the time or less that I've seen where people have capped and they've actually won. It's generally because the entire of one team goes one way, forgets about the cap, and by the time they get there it's too late. But it's very rare that that happens. Now I'm having a go at that Churchill, and that's taken him out, and that's a big relief because he was a big danger. He's tough and he's got a damn good gun, so taking him out has swung this battle in our favour. It's 11-9 at the moment, which is good. Now it's time to move. Now what I find frustrating with other players in this game quite often is the artillery just refuses to move. You've got to go with the flow, you've got to see what's going on in the battle and sort of move around accordingly. Those 2 guys sitting down there, we don't know where 2 of their light tanks are, really, unless you've been watching very carefully. Sitting down there, that's a kind of obvious place to be looking. The other thing about a self-propelled gun is if you can get up and close personal, you can actually kill things direct fire, like that, which is, that's helped our team again. We're down to 2 self-propelled guns and 1 light tank on the other side now. Now the other self-propelled guns are moving. I think probably I've asked them to move to come and help hunt down the other. It's obvious now that we've got to hunt down the other self-propelled guns, and we've got 1 light tank left. I've got 3 kills on this tank, which is unusual for me in a self-propelled gun. I believe this one was a mastery battle, and I also got top gun this time, so that means I get the next 3 kills, which at this point seems unlikely, does it not? However, this is what you can do if you actually move around and work with your teammates. Now the KV1 and I here are working really quite well together. That's Bamblebee. He's going off in front, he's going to light them up for me. I'm going to stay behind, using him as a bit of protection. When he does light them up, I'll hit him with my big gun. That's the plan. Okay, there we have an artillery. Jump into the over-the-head view and take a little bit of time to aim, and blam, got him. So that's my 4th kill. I mean, we're going to win this. It'd be unlikely that we're not going to win it at this point. Now we just got to hunt them down and kill them in the 5 minutes that we have left. So I'll just work with Bamblebee here. Who, look, I don't know how he went in the end. Unfortunately, these replays don't actually show the end screen that show the results. There's my 5th kill. See, now, one thing that's remarkable about this is, for me to have time to go into the overhead view and then aim and kill him before the KV-1 gets a shot off. And why that's working for me is because I can shoot over the top of things with the arc of indirect fire. Whereas the KV-1 has to get into position to shoot in a straight line at it, I can shoot over the top, so actually I can beat him. Now I had to laugh here at Bamblebee saying, come and cap with us, you know, join the party, come and cap with us, we'll cap together, it'll be one nice friendly sort of dance party on the cap here. We won't hurt you. Now if it had been me on the other side, I guess the thing to do is to try and come and stop you from capping. I guess you kind of have to. The thing is, which direction do you come from? Well, here he comes. Now, how unlikely is it in this situation that the self-propelled gun's going to get the kill? Tracked, blam, I killed him. Got top gun and got mastery in that battle, which is, you know, I'm pretty happy with that one. That's why you should move around as a self-propelled gun.